नमस्कार, पत्रिका मंच में आप सभी का स्वागत है और मैं हूं आपके साथ पूनम। तो पत्रिका मंच में आज मैं आपको दिखाऊंगी हमारी खास पेशकश उड़ान पेपर प्लेन की। तो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं इस इंटरेस्टिंग प्रोग्राम की।
ये है जवाहर कला केंद्र परिसर, जहां बहुत से पेपर प्लेन उड़ते नजर आए। बच्चों के इशारों पर ये प्लेन एक से दूसरे छोर तक जाते दिखाई दिए, जिसे लेकर बच्चे काफी एक्साइटेड नजर आए। ये स्कूली बच्चे अपने टीचर्स के साथ यहाँ पहुंचे। पेपर प्लेन को बनाने की तकनीक से लेकर उड़ाने के फॉर्मेट को इन छोटे छोटे बच्चों ने बड़े गौर से जाना और समझा। कार्यक्रम में बच्चों के लिए ऑस्ट्रेलिया की हिट पारिवारिक फिल्म पेपर प्लेन्स की विशेष स्क्रीनिंग की गई। इसमें ऐसे बच्चे की कहानी को दिखाया गया जो स्कूल में पेपर प्लेन बनाने को लेकर जाना जाता था और वो अपने टैलेंट के दम पर पेपर प्लेन वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप को जीतता है। पेपर प्लेन के जरिए टीचिंग मेथड और साइंस से जुड़ी कई अवधारणाओं को इस फिल्म में समझाया गया। द पेपर पायलट्स के बैच के साथ वायुसेना की वर्दी पहने डेलिन और जेम्स ने बच्चों को विभिन्न प्रकार के पेपर प्लेन बनाने के लिए कागज के विभिन्न तकनीकों को सिखाया। छात्रों को कागज के टुकड़े दिए ताकि वो निर्देशों का पालन करें और अपने स्वयं के प्लेन बना सकें। परियोजना का उद्देश्य फिल्म और कार्यशाला जैसे अभिनव उपकरणों का उपयोग करके विज्ञान, गुरुत्व और बल की अवधारणाओं को प्रस्तुत करना है। पेपर प्लेन पायलट डिलन पार्कर और जेम्स नॉर्टन ने बताया कि पेपर प्लेन अमेरिका सहित कई देशों में एजुकेशन कुरिकुलम का हिस्सा है, जिससे न केवल बच्चे जुड़े हुए हैं जबकि टीचर्स भी जुड़े हैं। ये आर्ट फॉर्मेट की तरह है जिसके जरिए खेल खेल में साइंस और ग्रेविटी की नॉलेज मिल सकती है।
दोस्तों, अपने बचपन में हम सभी ने पेपर प्लेन बनाए और उड़ाए हैं। कभी अपने मम्मी पापा के साथ उड़ाए हैं तो कभी मम्मी पापा बनकर अपने बच्चों के साथ। तो हमारे लिए ये वक्त है पुरानी यादों को ताजा करने का और बच्चों के लिए ये जानने का कि पेपर प्लेन को और बेहतर कैसे उड़ाया जाए। तो आइए देखते हैं ऑस्ट्रेलियन हाई कमीशन और जेकेके की ओर से आयोजित कार्यक्रम कॉलिंग ऑल फ्लायर्स की कुछ झलकियां।
So you have to be very careful where you throw your paper planes, don't you? All right. Yeah, what we might do, we might grab another piece of paper and talk about the science of flight, I think, James?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right, let's get to the science.
All right, so there's many different forces on flight. Can anyone tell me what number one is? Gravity, so it's always pulling us down. Number two, Dylan will show you that one.
When you throw your plane, you're giving it energy, aren't you? Just like when a paper plane flies through the air, a real plane will use a propeller. So we call it something very special. Number two, can anyone put their hand up and tell me what it might be? What do you think it is? Ready, James? We're going to go through the planes.
All right, now we're going to take you through a few planes. We've folded thousands of planes together. And we're going to take you through a few of them. So we've made a lot of planes and also made some big planes, but the gliders, these are the ones that I'm really passionate about. So I'll do it one more time. There you go. So gliders fly slowly. And you saw with Dylan's, has a long angular shape. They're darts. But he's got another glider here to show you, which is called the Manta Ray.
All right. Now, has anyone seen a bird flying recently? Yes. Now, a bird has nice curved wings. And they have very wide wings as well. Just like the eagles you see flying very slowly, this one will also fly very slowly. Nice work. After you, Jamesy.
Let's see if I can throw a few. Oh. Oy, nice. Unlike real pilots, we're very grounded, you know.
Yes. Right. James, where's that circling one? Do you want to give that a go?
So, where are we planning
This
to?
one.
Hello.
Do you want to give this one a go?
Yes.
This one you have to throw on its side.
Okay.
So I'll try and do it first. It might not work. And get it to come back to you.
Oh, wow.
So you want to give it a go? Come on. So what are you going to hold it at the front?
Yeah.
And what you want to do is throw it tilted on its side.
Okay.
And throw it down towards the sign that says gents and really hard. A lot harder.
Used to blow it off.
Yeah. That's a technique we learned here. Yeah. The kids are all doing it. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Okay.
So the direction
One
was
more
not
harder.
proper.
A little
more harder.
Oh, back the other way.
Such a bad kid.
All right.
This way?
So you tilt it on its side
yes,
and throw
yes,
it down. Really hard. You got to put your back into it. You got to really chuck it like. Yes, yes, almost. Yeah, you got it. All right, you're getting it. You're getting it. Yes, 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 yes.
Wow.
Good job. Excellent. So now you're like an expert. You're an aeronautical engineer already.
So यहीं पे करें? हाँ तो यहाँ पर stop ये सब क्या है?
Darts and now acrobatic planes. So Dylan's got a few that he wants to show you. These are his specialty planes as well. Mr. Stingray.
All right. Now you can use the different parts of the paper plane. Different parts of the paper plane, just like this part here, the winglet there, and the tail, to make them do tricks in direction as they're flying. But notice that these planes aren't very symmetrical. Sometimes they're a bit wonky. All right, so let's have a look and see how this guy will go. Nice. What's that, James?
How did that go?
Right. Now you can even make planes look a little bit strange.
So this is a xylo. So air has to go faster through the centre of this plane than it does on the outside, using the Bernoulli principle. So low pressure air. See this one?
This one's a bit more like basketball. All right. And you can even look at paper planes that look a little bit less than going forwards, like a helicopter that goes up and down. So nice helicopter there. Very good.
So that's a parasol. So just like a seed blows on the wind, you can see these forms of flight in nature. Now, do you guys want to see the world record holders? As far in the movie, we've designed lots of planes. So this is 10,000 paper planes in the Victorian State Library. So we had 200 volunteers in Melbourne, Australia, to throw all of these planes in a choreographed fashion. So that's a lot of planes.
और आइए अब आपको रूबरू कराते हैं पेपर पायलट डिलन और जेम्स से मेरी सहयोगी शिप्रा के साथ।
We make a good team, I think, you know.
आज एक खास मुलाकात हम करते हैं पेपर पायलट से। ऑस्ट्रेलिया के दो ऐसे शख्स हमारे साथ में हैं। शायद हमने बचपन में बहुत सारी शैतानियां की होंगी अपने क्लासरूम्स में जब हम पेपर के प्लेन्स बनाते थे और अक्सर टीचर से डांट खाते थे। लेकिन ये दो शख्सियत हमारे साथ में है। इन्होंने पेपर प्लेन्स को अपना पैशन भी बनाया और अपना करियर भी आज एक पेपर पायलट के रूप में इन्होंने शुरुआत की और इसको जिस तरह से लोग एंजॉय करते हैं आज कुछ बात करेंगे जेम्स और डिलन आप दोनों से। हाय डिलन एंड हाय नमस्ते।
Thanks for having us.
So Dylan and James, how did it all start? Because as a child, we all used to make planes and make all this stuff and this. But we never got appreciated.
I guess it's a universal thing. I think every kid has
Yes.
started making a paper plane, and that's why everybody loves it. And it's for all age groups, so the young and the young at heart. So sometimes we have students come to our sessions.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just the parents who are just as keen to bring their kids along.
Yeah.
So it's open to everyone. But how we got started is a different story.
Yeah, Dylan. So just tell us your story because it's so fascinating to know. And I mean, we have seen the trailer of the movie also.
Yes.
So just tell the story how it started.
Well, James and I actually met at a paper plane contest when we were at university, so we should have gone to class. But that particular
What age
day,
it was?
we were actually 21 and 23, so a little bit younger. And we saw a big poster on the wall that said "Paper Plane Contest here today." So we both went. And I saw James flying his paper planes, and they were pretty cool. We both won our category. So paper plane flying, you can go for distance and for duration. So I went for the distance category with my plane, the Raptor. Ooh. Wow, very fast, very crazy dart. So I flew long distance, and James used this particular plane here for time in the air. So duration, yes.
Yeah,
very
right.
good.
Yeah.
You're an expert already.
So there's lots of surface area, so it flies slower. So that's what we teach kids, the differences and the engineering and the science behind the planes.
Right. And so then we won that competition at the university, which took us to the Australian Championships, which we trained for and got very excited about and practiced a lot. So we actually folded about 4,500 paper planes in preparation. Wow. Once we won that, so James for his category and me for distance, we went to the World Championships in Austria. So there's actually a World Paper Plane Championships, believe it or not, which we also prepared a lot for. So we trained and practiced our planes. And eventually, when we got to the World Championships, I placed third in the distance category, so a bronze medal. And James actually flew his plane so high it hit the roof and he got disqualified. Once we came back from the World Paper Plane Championships, everyone thought this was such a crazy story. So how are these two Australian guys flying paper planes on the world stage? So a film director, Robert Connolly, saw the fun that we were having and thought, it's about time that they made an Australian kids' movies, because in Australia it's quite hard to make a film, but even harder to make a kids' film. So he thought this was a wonderful idea, and so did we. Then it was about a 5-year process tasked at convincing other people that this was a good idea as well. So we actually got to work on the film, helping to design some of the planes. We had to teach people how to fly paper planes. And then we had to kind of bring the excitement of paper planes, but it wasn't that hard a job for us. I think we were the first 2 paper plane consultants.
And what was the message in that film that you tried to encourage? Because I've learned that you are motivational speakers also. So what is the story behind that?
Well, there were lots of different stories that we shared with the writers, and they wove together the script, and it's a beautiful story. But I guess there's lots of different messages, and there's different messages for different age groups. So, being a good sport, learning how to problem solve and finding a new way to win in life. Messages about spending time with family and looking after each other and your grandparents. Often paper planes are one of those great things that breaks down the generations. So, we're all on our phones and tablets these days. And so,
you never grow up,
No, I know. That's right. So, it brings out the kid in all of us. That's what's nice to see.
And so we've been now doing this as a career. So instead of just as a hobby and having some fun, we actually found a way to develop into a business so that we can actually
buy samosas and to Bali. It's so good.
And so we travel to schools, teaching them how to make paper planes. But
for that you must have learned physics also, the aerodynamics also. So
we had to do a lot of research.
That stole some kind of fun out of it. Because once you get into the hardcore part of something, then the fun part is...
It makes it more exciting, because then you become better at making a paper plane, because you understand how a plane flies. When it's applied to something like this, then you can actually make it even better. If you look at how refined this design is, even though it looks simple, it's very complicated, and we've tested thousands of planes to get them to work. So then we've condensed all of this down into a lesson for students that applies a lot of the really complex science behind the flight.
So you learn physics?
You do.
Right. But in an engaging way. So it's a very tactile activity, and so kids immediately get to see the results of what they've done. And so it also teaches patience and persistence, because often sometimes your plane doesn't fly the first time. So you have to keep practicing, and more that you do, the more you can observe your plane and watch it move. You'll start to see those different forces on flight, which is the science, coming out in how your plane flies. So the returns for children are immediate. They get to see the results of their labour in a really fun and engaging way. They don't realise they're learning, but they are.
And the best bit is that they don't realise that they're learning something until very end, when they've thrown their paper planes and we tell them, well, that's the end of the lesson, and they go, this was a lesson? So they're learning something which they will remember for a very long time.
आपको रूबरू कराते हैं पेपर पायलट डिलन और जेम्स से मेरी सहयोगी शिप्रा के साथ.
And just make our viewers learn some technical
tips.
aspect.
Okay, all right.
So what kind of planes do you make? How do you make? And
Sure.
how do you make
right.
magic out of it?
So the darts are long, angular and sleek, and they have lots of weight into the nose, which gives them what's called forward directional cohesion, so they fly straight through the air. Gliders, Dylan's got some nice ones here. I can show.
Yes.
They've got wide wings, so a lot of surface area, which creates a lot of drag. So when you fold your plane symmetrically, you can find that the drag affects both wings equally. So that's my category, is the gliders. There's also lots of weird planes, so planes that don't even look like planes. So this is a wing that's wrapped into a circle, so air has to go faster through the center of the plane than the outside. So it gets spun through the air. Let's see if I can get it out the door.
Wow.
So there's lots of different forms of that, and Dylan's got some helicopters as well.
Yeah, something that flies up and down. Whee! Upside down, that one.
There we go.
This is which category?
This is more a helicopter. So this one's pretty good for gliding. We actually flew. Hey, nice. You can give that a throw. So it's right like that. This one's a little bit interesting. When you drop this off a building, sometimes the air rushing up off the side of the building pushes this up in the air and actually rises rather than just falls. So
And there's also stunt planes, so planes that have ailerons, a bit of an asymmetrical design, so the geometry is really
little
different.
bit
These
wonky.
geometrical design already existed, or you devised it, or you innovated some of them? Or
We're always innovating. We're staying up all night, trying new designs. Dylan, I think, invented about 3 already today, just waiting
today.
in the green room. Yeah.
So you can find them online. So the best place to find paper plane designs is to look online. There's lots of really amazing paper plane folders like John Collins and there's Ken Blackburn and there's really famous paper plane makers out there. There's also YouTube videos for people that search paper plane designs on YouTube. But the best thing is once you've looked at all the planes, then you can start to make them different. So you can look at tweaking them or changing them to make them do different things. So
makes it so unique.
And that's what kids love, is that they get the confidence. When they get a plane flying well, they get that satisfaction. And instead of having somebody do it for them, they get the satisfaction of saying, hey, I designed this, I made it fly. And so once you get good at something,
They own it.
you get that confidence out of it. And that's really nice to see. You see kids in our workshops, they
And
kind
what's
of...
been your experience in the workshops? What kind of response do you get from the kids especially?
Kids, I love it when there's a quiet kid who just looks at you like this, and you know that he's understood and he's got it, and those are the kids that we really enjoy seeing because, the smile and the satisfaction is just amazing.
And the best thing for us is that no
And
matter
the
where...
ones also?
Absolutely.
so
They love it
many
especially.
because this is their thing, this is their time to take something
and do
that
they
was
also
normal.
ask you that how can we make a career out of it?
Yeah, we could, I think that the
Who would
exciting
not
thing
love
is...
to make it a career?
Sure.
But it's a good metaphor.
I guess the lesson for us is that we've always been provided these opportunities, and we've done this for 9.5 years now, so we've accepted all of these opportunities that have come our way, and we keep saying yes to things. So, I think the lesson there is for kids is to, take your passion, be a leader by doing what you love, and see where it takes you. And if people invite you to their school to show them something, say yes, because you're giving back, you're showing them something that you're passionate about.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have traveled across the world, I suppose, and which place you think has been most fascinating for you to be?
Oh, that's a hard question.
Yes.
I think it's interesting for us because coming to India, you would expect there to be, because they're quite different countries, Australia and India, but wherever we go in the world, kids are exactly the same. They say the same things, they do the same things with their planes, they have the same challenges when they're folding as well. So it's been amazing seeing some of the Indian throwing techniques though, because the cricket arm is, obviously is very important. So they're very strong and very fast planes. So we've really enjoyed our time here.
Very nice observation.
Yeah, that's right. They're amazing. We've got some amazing photos, and you can definitely see the cricket influence coming into their bowling and throwing.
I've seen eagle planes and this butterfly planes also. How do you make it?
You can get very technical.
Very technical. So
Very
origami
technical.
is taught,
Yes,
obviously,
origami.
in Japanese schools to kindergarten, year 1, year 2. So kids get taught this, they learn patience and persistence, because if you get a fold wrong, you will find that the result doesn't turn out. So it's one of those really nice skills that gets kids to be able to concentrate in class and, design new things, So it's creative, but it also has a lot of different skills that are transferable into other disciplines, like maths, science, English. So it's a great activity for, cognitive
So
training.
have the schools been buying this idea to incorporate this as part of their curriculum or something?
Yeah, so in Australia we have a really well-designed curriculum in regards to science, and what we did when we first started this, we found it was important that the teachers got something to tick off at the end of the lesson. So we went through the curriculum and found all the relevant points and put them into what we do as our show. So when we talk to teachers, they say, what will this give me in the lesson?
So you
we
can
say,
point
well,
it out, this is part of the curriculum.
Yeah, because it's so relevant in
Yeah.
lots of different parts. It's science, it's engineering, it's
Right.
maths
Right.
as well, which is very important in Australia at the moment.
Yes.
And I think as well in India,
Yes.
we get a lot of teachers say this is exactly what we're supposed to teach our children,
Yeah.
Right.
but in a fun way as well.
It's a
Yes.
great way to cross over between STEM, so science, technology, engineering and maths,
Yeah.
and all of those things into one lesson
Yeah.
is a complicated thing to do, but a paper plane is...
Geometry also.
Yeah, a paper plane is a perfectly simple example
sports.
of combining all of those things.
Yeah.
Yes. And the suit is especially designed for this?
Yeah, this is from the Australian Air
Yes.
Force, and it's got
So
7
you
or
keep
8
all this
pockets.
stuff in your pockets?
Yeah,
So
like
many
paper
pockets.
planes.
Yeah,
and,
lots of pens and like folding implements, something comb your hair. Yeah.
It makes our planes go faster.
Yeah. And Dylan, just I read about your story also. I mean, your personal story.
Yeah.
And you had some tough phases in your life, and how
Yeah.
did it really help come out of it, or to handle it better?
Yeah, dude, I was really sick. I had a golf ball-sized brain tumor, which was very scary, but at the same time a really great thing to happen because then I
What
got to
age it
choose.
was?
This was 21,
21.
so this was quite a young boy, and
Yeah.
it was a thing that taught me that maybe not take life so seriously and do something fun and work hard, but do something fun. So immediately after that, I started throwing the paper planes, and we use that as a metaphor for all the things that you should do in life. Like
So that
even
was
if
the time you became fearless, and this led to
yeah,
this kind of a liberation. Huh?
It's everything should have a bit of a smile in it,
Yes.
And I think that's important because we've actually taken this all over the world now,
Right.
just because we kept pushing that that fun attitude,
Yes.
Yeah, really important.
Yeah. And you have been traveling in India for a couple of
Weeks,
weeks now. How
Yeah.
has been your experience? You've eaten something?
Oh
or
yeah,
traveled places?
I'm nursing a food baby right now. I've eaten so much. Is it jabelli? Is that what it's called?
Jalebi.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, it's so amazing.
50.
At one time?
He has the
Don't
record.
tell me.
Yeah, it's a new world record. And,
Where in Delhi?
In Chennai,
Chennai.
and was it here as well in Delhi?
in Delhi,
Amazing.
and we've had so many thali and what else have we
The
had?
Australian High Commission sent me home with 3 boxes of jabelli. I had to be rolled out of bed in the morning.
So Dylan and James, what are your future plans? How do you see that they should go forward?
Yeah, I think just like everything in the world, it's important to make things available online. So I think we're trying to develop more video, more content that teachers can download as well. But I think we're probably aiming for Paper Planes number 2. We just have to, we should.
Okay.
We'll have to convince the director though. It's a very long process.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just really enjoying doing what we're doing now, sharing our passion with people in other countries and, around Australia. So traveling together is really fun, obviously, and then throwing paper planes for a living, who doesn't want to do that? So we have fun every day and we just can't wait to see where it takes us.
Yeah, we have to tell you, we did throw a plane from Jagaford. Right up the top. And it went for 2 minutes. And it was unbelievable because the air picks up and it picks the plane up, and it was flying for so long. So that's the best place in India we found to throw paper planes.
Wow.
Is right up there.
Oh,
It was a thing I remember for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Wow. And what has been your record so far? Because you have been participating in the competitions as well.
Yeah.
So which is your
So
what is the mark?
Dylan's personal best is 58 meters, and
58 meters. Which one? Which plane?
Ooh, the Raptor, I think I threw it all the way over there. It's
Okay.
the fast one.
Okay.
It's lost. It's so far gone now. It's in the outfield.
over there.
Whereas mine's like 22.8
22?
seconds in the air,
In the
so
air.
keeping it in the air for the longest. So the world record's 69, set by John Collins
Dylan.
and
Okay.
Joe
And
Ayers.
yours is?
Is 29 seconds
Okay,
by a
29.
Japanese origami master,
Yeah.
Takao Toda.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Okay.
But there's a lot more
And you're
science in it
targeting
for us.
that to break that record?
Oh, I'd hope to. Yeah, that'd be good.
And Dylan, yours?
58 meters, so I'm thinking it's the record's 69 meters, and it's just it's such a hard record to beat because instead of just like a tennis ball or a cricket ball going like that, his plane goes up down, up, and then down. He's designed it to do multiple different things in flight. So he's used way more science than you could imagine. So we need to go into development. Research and development.
Yeah. And any message for our viewers, that those who are watching, because we all know that we are stuck somewhere in our curriculum, in our studies, and in our sports even. So how do we, open up more, and how do we learn more, and how do we initiate more?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's just like the cricket. You've got to beat the Australians, don't you?
I think to get good at something, you have to do things over and over again. So we've made 25,000 paper planes to get this good.
And then study hard also.
And study hard. But also, if you've got an idea or something you really love, make sure you always give it a go. Don't worry about what people might think. It's, if people thought that we were going to become paper plane flyers as a career, then that's a pretty weird thing to say to someone.
Yes.
But this is what it's turned out to be. So.
And I guess also, in about 10 or 15 years, there might be jobs that there are now that don't exist. So you might think that a paper plane is a bit of a silly, wacky idea, but you'll be surprised at what transferable skills you might be able to learn and apply to your careers later in life. So just because you do an accountancy degree, an engineer, doesn't mean you become an accountant or an engineer. You never know where life might lead you. So always keep an open mind to things.
Wow. So with this open mind and this great conversation, Dylan and James, thank you so much for being here and to make us enjoy all that stuff. And if you can just make us learn something more, and then just for our viewers, that how do you fly and how do you enjoy it?
Yes, let's do that. Let's lose some space and get amongst it.
You need the throwing technique.
This is butterfly. How does it fly?
It doesn't fly. It's an ornamental one. Yeah.
Okay, it just sits on the flower.
It's for
yes.
So just like you saw with the Eagle, it's like very detailed model plane. But if you see the back of the plane,
the Eagle also doesn't
fly. But this is the Eagle. It's the same fold. You can see the similarities at the back. So just small adjustments, and your plane probably flies really, really well.
Ah, nice work. The technique is also important. It's important to use your arm right back here and almost like a javelin throw. You know, a javelin.
You need to have a go as well.
Yeah. All right. Shall we do on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Mine has club.
And you get one right down the lens. Are you ready?
Should we
You
get
have to wake up your kid inside.
That's right. It's not hard, is it? That's why it's great working with kids, because they have so much energy, and it just rubs off on you. They make you happy.
Yep, for
So
sure.
Dylan and James, thanks for coming,
No
and
worries,
thanks for
thank you very
sharing
much.
all these exciting things with all of us here. And may God bless you, and you keep on doing your great work as well.
Shukriya. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
तो चलिए दोस्तों, फिलहाल वक्त हो गया है आपको बाय बाय कहने का। आई होप आपको हमारा ये प्रोग्राम पसंद आया होगा। तो आगे भी मिलते रहेंगे पत्रिका मंच में ऐसे ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक के साथ। दीजिए इजाजत, नमस्कार।